We the ones that you want in the game, fourth quarter when it's crunch time. And all my brothers is clutch. Squad full of silent killers. We ain't talking too much. But we'll teach you if you're humble. Just learn to follow orders, don't mumble. Get it done. And here have an ear, pray, listen. Yeah, we want all of the smoke. We ain't Christians. Just a life of a priest, and we go with the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the Jews. Home squad of real deals with some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you monster. Got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian. Got us confused, nothing like the other niggas. We ain't the same, we some righteous ass, hardcore, rugged niggas. And it's a shame that you full of pride. We don't affiliate with none of you clowns. Plus these niggas getting nullified. It's the life of a priest and a prophet. Fake niggas be cautious. Words flow, truth look like a faucet. The righteous stand bold, I'm in line for them. Crying loud, voice cutting through a quiet storm. Like King Ty with the firearm. If we smoke when we drop the candles, no fire color. The home of the truth, we don't play around. Hide the women never lifted when we taking ground. Living in hell, make the best of it, and endure through the rest of it. And you ain't gotta listen if you choose, as long as you don't get us confused. We're not Christians. Just the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Whole squad of real niggas with some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you buster. Got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we
not too hard right now, too hard.
Got us confused. Just the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Whole squad of real niggas with some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you monster. Got us confused, got us confused. Got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused.
Hey, let's rock one more.
Check 1, 2, 144 back again. Run it back. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you keep that bullshit to the left of it? And if you can't deny it's excellence, I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now I'm ready as I've ever been, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in, cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour the liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind and no time to tarry. Take what I buy, get your soul carried. I gotta worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fake, they false. Gotta be balls to end up in the real issue. Fuck with my breath when I deal with you. Yeah, look, it's getting real official. Seeing how the bitches can crush you, and how they still twist you. It ain't hit you, they feel a tissue. Them others weak, my brothers been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Tell I got this shit, I'm gonna ride out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, F is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. I said, I don't want to see no more. And in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. But I don't want to see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the wrong life. Think that I've been rolling with a guy. Your little arms is too short to hot box with God. French is long, team strong, with them with gun, God would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked angel, fresh.
All right, you good to go,
Make diamonds, I got home break. Crooked landscape. We gon' make some shake, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is Precinct Captain 10,000, Cuomo, all coming out of Southern California. Once again, today's what? Tuesday brotherhood class, right?
That's right, sir.
Man, Tuesday brotherhood, man, one of the most important things to learn while you coming into the truth, coming into the work, or just living your day-to-day life. And when I say brotherhood, I also include sisterhood, of course. You know what I mean? It's important that we understand each other, that we do for one another, and that we are for each other, because it's the only thing that is going to get us and help us navigate through this evil, wicked world. You know what I mean? And one of the things that when you come into the truth, you don't realize, but you got to learn to fight your demons. You got to learn to fight those things on you. Hold on really quick. Everything okay? I'm in the middle of teaching. I'll call you when I'm done. All right, yeah, no sweat. All right, bye. Okay, no sweat. Sorry about that. So with that being said, in regards to just something that you must understand, fighting your demons, you know what I mean, is so important to your change and your transition. You cannot listen to them. Listening to them will cause you to be jammed up, man. And you gotta, and not listening to them, you gotta learn to want to fight. You gotta want to learn to change. You gotta want to not be the same person that was disgusting and wicked that you see in the mirror every single day. You have to have self-examination with yourself. Get Psalms 118, start at verse 6 for me real quick. And I want to start here because above all things, to do this, you got to put your trust in who? The Most High God, the Most High power. You know what I mean? It's very important. There's ways that we do this. There's ways you navigate to be the man and the woman you were called to be. Read it when you got it. Psalms 118, start at verse 6.
Psalms chapter 118, verse 6. The Lord is on my side.
The Lord is what?
On my side.
Man, the Lord, how is the Lord on your side? How can you make a statement to say the Lord is on thy side? Go ahead up.
Follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
Man, listen, being conformed, changing, acceptance. Like somebody grab that door. It's like it's just you two. Go with him real quick, Bubba Shaw. Give us 1 second. 1 second. And pretty much like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? There's only one way to fully understand how to fight your demons. And that's trusting in the Most High God. That's knowing that the Lord has to be on your side. Because if the Lord is not with you, he's surely going to destroy you. You understand? Like, he's surely going to show you how much you don't matter, how much you deserve to die, how much you deserve to go through pain, how much you deserve to go through the struggle, because you don't consider the most important thing to do in your life is to consider the Most High. Consider the Lord. Consider his ways. Consider the things that made you special and holy among all other people. Read it again from the top when you got it out.
Psalms chapter 118, verse 6. The Lord is on my side.
The Lord is what?
On my side.
Man, to make that statement is a heavy thing to say, man. The Lord is on my side. Go ahead.
I will not fear.
I will not what?
Fear.
Why will you not fear? How can you fear and serve the Lord? Go ahead. What do you mean? Explain.
basically, if you serving the Lord right, you have nothing to fear.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. You can't fear and serve the Lord. They don't go together. You know what I mean? You can fear the Lord,
right,
but you can't serve him and have fear. With fear comes what? Mistakes. With fear comes sin. With fear comes all the destruction of this place. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid that your mama ain't gonna like you no more because you don't celebrate holidays.
Right.
You can't be in fear because your children aren't gonna love you anymore because you don't celebrate their birthdays. The hell with that shit, man.
That's right.
The hell with all the things that have destroyed your life. The hell with assimilating to this place called America, Western civilization. It has shown us nothing but destruction. It has shown us no love.
Right.
So why try to give love back to it? You know what I mean? Bible said, man, and this is David talking, of course, saying what, man? The Lord is on my side. And not to what?
Fear.
Continue reading.
What can man do unto me?
Ooh, isn't that such a powerful thing to say? You know what I mean? The Lord is on my side and don't fear. What can man do to me? You know what I mean? What's that? Matthew, stay there. Give me Matthew chapter 10. Is that 10 and 28? Let me see if that's what I want. Salaki. Grab that truth. Matthew 10 and 28. Let me see if that's what I wanted. Salaki. It just came on by. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's in Matthew. I know it is. Just let me get it. Salaki. It's like it is 10 and 28. Am I tripping? Read 10 and 28.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not.
And what?
And fear not.
And fear not. Go ahead.
And fear not them which kill the body.
Fear not them which can kill the body. Go ahead.
But are not able to kill the soul.
But not able to kill the soul. You know what I mean? That's why David can talk so boldly. That's why that statement can be made so boldly in Psalms. Man, the Lord is on my side. I fear not. You know what I mean? So what can man do to me? That's a very important thing that you have to put inside you when you come to serve the Lord, because there's a lot of things that are gonna try to persuade you otherwise. You know what I mean? Go back to Psalms. That's all I wanted on that. You got it out. Starts from the top of 6.
Psalms chapter 118, verse 6. The Lord is on my side.
Mm-hmm.
I will not fear.
I will not fear. Go ahead.
What can man do unto me?
Man, what can man do unto me? Man, did I fear the Lord, and the Lord is on my side, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The Lord taketh my part with them that help me.
You know what I mean? Stop. Let me see here. Do I want to keep going into that? Continue. Yeah, go ahead.
Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me.
Man, I should see my desire upon them that hate me, man. When you truly fight your demons, when you truly say, man, the Lord is with me because I do the work of the Lord, I don't fear anything. Those that I hate and despise, the Lord will deal with them, man. He will deal with these other nations. He will deal with these people causing harm to your life. Why? Because the Lord is with you and you've chosen to serve your Father. And so therefore what? Any good father will take care of his children, will he not?
That's right.
I mean, that's what I've learned. You know what I mean? Right. That's what I teach as far as even as a man. You know what I mean? You will get what is given to you. What you put into something, you will get back. You know what I mean? Especially if you do it the right way. Drop that. Get me what do I want next? Salakia. Go to Jude chapter 11, excuse me, Jude chapter 1, verse 7. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, is that in the Apocrypha?
Jude? No, it shouldn't be in the Bible. Well, it's all the Bible. It's in the Apocrypha?
No. It's in the New Testament.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's like towards the end, right? Yeah, right before Revelations. Yeah, go ahead.
Jude chapter 1, verse 7.
What's like it? Everybody there? Okay, let the brother get there. He wanted to make sure you knew where he was at. Do you think? No, you too well. You good to go? All right, read.
Jude chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
I'm bringing this out because of this, man. Because of your fear and giving into your demons, you are like Sodom and Gomorrah, loving the fornication of this place, loving the disgustingness of this place, like, and then you have no conscience about it, man. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
And going after strange flesh.
After what?
Going after strange flesh.
Not only do you fornicate, man, when you give into your demons, you go after strange flesh. You got beautiful black women having sex with black and Hispanic women, of course, having sex with white men and Arab men and all these filthy heathens, and vice versa. Men having sex with white women and African women. You know what I mean? You give yourself up to strange flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like Sodom and Gomorrah when you don't fight your demons. Go ahead.
Are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
And what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah?
Got burned down, sir.
It got what?
Burned down with fire, sir.
Why? Why, Troop? Why was it burnt down?
Because all the wickedness, the fornications, the nastiness,
the disgustingness. Go ahead.
Right.
Interracial relationships.
Interracial relationships. Loving this place, man. Except like Sodom and Gomorrah was a place where you let your demons flourish.
Right.
It was a place where your demons were accepted. What is America? Go ahead.
A place where your demons are accepted.
They get accepted. They get to flourish. They get to have a good time here. You know what I mean? Read the end of that in 7.
Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
What is going to happen to America? What is going to happen to this Western world that the white man and all these other nations run? Go ahead,
The Lord is going to destroy it with nuclear fire, sir.
And Sodom and Gomorrah was what? Just an example.
That's right.
It was just an example for you to get prepared for what is to come. A lot of us don't understand the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is like no other day. Like it's been raining for the last couple of days, right? You know what I mean? Did y'all catch the thunder and the lightning and all that?
Yes, sir.
I got sisters in the room. How did y'all feel when the thunder and lightning went off? Y'all wasn't feeling that, huh? Yeah, I mean, but some sisters, what is this? Where's my husband? You know what I mean? Like, when I bring that up to say this, like, the day of the Lord is going to be such a terrible day. It's going to be a day like no other day. It's going to be death in the air. There's going to be screams you never even thought you would ever hear. You know what I mean? And this was just an example. This is why we must fight our demons. This is why we must adjust ourselves to righteousness. We must conform, and we have to stand on this because our life depends on it. Your life depends on you making the right decision. You know what I mean? Like, there's no in between. Like it says, what is it? The gate is wide and broad that leadeth to destruction, right? Or that path. But straight and narrow is the way that leadeth to what? Righteousness. It's a narrow path, man. And I know it seems like it's hard. I know it seems like it's impossible. But the Lord would never put you in a situation that you could not do if, you know what I mean, even though you may think you can. That's right. He's not going to do that. You know what I mean? What is that? Give me 1 John 5:3 real quick.
First John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
They're not what?
Grievous.
What does it mean to be grievous? What does grievous mean according to context? Go ahead.
Hard.
It's not hard. So what does that mean when we don't fight our demons? We're full of what? Finish my thought. We're full of what? When we don't fight our demons and we let them go and we make, I don't want to give the answer, but we're full of what? Excuses, man. We're full of just BS.
That's right.
You got to, at some point in your life, have to want to stop doing bad. You got to stop wanting to live a certain way. Stop wanting to be subjected to certain circumstances. I don't like to know that we have to live poor. I don't like to know that we have to struggle paycheck to paycheck to make sure, you know what I mean, we can pay our bills. I don't like to have to worry about what we're going to eat tomorrow or next week. All of that changes when you come to serve the Lord. All of that could be fixed, because if you take on the laws, statutes, and commandments and realize I'm the problem and not the Most High, and I've been making excuses, and the laws are not grievous, meaning they're not hard, then what's the problem? The problem is me. The problem is I have not self-examined myself enough. The problem is I'm not in class enough. Y'all understand because y'all in class. Y'all don't want to be in hell anymore. Y'all want to have beautiful relationships. Y'all want to see y'all children raised up and flourish. Y'all want to have great marriages. You want to be around sisters and brothers that are in like mind, right? I would agree. You know what I mean? That's because you have decided to do what? Fight your demons. You know what I mean? There's all kind of demons that we have to fight. If it's smoking, if it's eating too much, if it's trying to eat the wrong things, if it's, I don't know, so many different ways to sin in the world. It's so easy to sin, but it becomes so hard for a lot of people to do the right thing. We have to get out of that mind state. Like, we have a mind state. I'll give you an example as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We have a mind state of keeping the law. And when I mean the law, not even the laws of God, is like sucker, or you're kind of like weird because you do the right thing. Like one of the things coming into the truth, I would never call the police for anything. Because I thought, well, call the police? What kind of nigga is you to call the police? Nigga, you gonna call the police on me? You's a sucker, nigga. Like, that's where my mind was. Why was my mind conditioned that way, though? Because go ahead, you want to make the answer?
From the way we was raised by world in the streets, it was always weak to do the right thing.
It was always what?
Weak to do the right thing.
It was always looked at as weak to do the right thing. When doing the right thing is actually what?
Wise.
Not only is it wise, but what's the opposite of what you just said? Do it. It's almost there. So you just said we look at, as a nation of people, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we look at it as weak for doing the right thing. But doing the right thing actually makes you what?
Strong.
That's the answer. It makes you strong. We have to change our perspective. And that's one of the ways you fight demons, is changing your perspective, your outlook. Oh, I never even looked at it like that. You know what I mean? Like and I brought that up as an example because protocol, one of the things about the I.S.U.P.K, which I love so much and dearly, is protocol. Protocol is to always be in the right. Because the Bible says what? The Bible said, I'm just paraphrasing, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Talking about the taxes, sir?
Yeah, talking about taxes. Because we pay tithes, right? So a lot of us, man, well, dang, I gotta pay tithes and I gotta pay, you know what I'm saying, taxes. Well, Christ is like, listen, man, you need to render unto Caesar what is Caesar. Why? Because we have to keep the laws of this land and the laws of God.
That's right.
That's the purpose of it. You know what I mean? So coming into the truth, there's certain protocols. If someone, you know, tries to do something, like if a heathen came up at camp and they tried to fight someone or destroy something at camp, like say they came up and they tried to break our equipment. Okay, and then we apprehended them and we put them in our custody. What are we going to do? Well, we're not in power yet, but, you know what I mean, we are in the land of our oppressors. So what would be the right thing to do? The right thing would be to do, get on the line, call the police, get a sergeant or whoever down, let them know of the incident, and let them know we were not at fault. This person did what? They attacked us. We defended ourselves. We held them and restrained them. They destroyed our equipment. They go to jail. They get fined. We get our information replaced. And then guess what we've done? We've built a reputation. that we do what? The right things. That we're not criminals. We're not individuals that are out here trying to get over on people. We're following the laws of the land as keeping the laws of God. You had a point out?
That's like one of the battles that I deal with. The demons I deal with is a demon that tried to affect my brotherhood. Because I grew up around a bunch of slimy ass, grimy niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in here and I'm dealing with brothers that are righteous, still the devil tries to throw stuff in my mind that hey, this brother trying to do this, he trying to make you feel like this, he trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to harm me in a way. And I have to remember, hey, these brothers ain't doing nothing wrong. They teach me the law, statutes, you know what I'm saying, commandments. They teach me the precepts. They breaking all that down.
Is there somebody at the door? Yes, I mean to interrupt you. Remember your thought, right at the door to lock you. We're a little short staffed real quick, so bear with us for a moment. Make sure everything good to go. Did y'all have any questions while we waiting on them? Y'all too up? All right, most high Christ, most high Christ. It's good to see y'all sisters coming to class. Damn right. Just a moment. All right, let's get back to it though. Read where we was at. We was at where were we at? Like we were still at Jude, or we had no, we had John. Go read John one more time.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous. Listen, it is not hard to change. It is not hard to do what God asked of you. What is hard for you is to realize that you can be something that you never thought you could be. That's what's hard. You have been psychologically damaged to think that you ain't worth nothing, that you can't conquer things, that you don't deserve certain things, when that's absolutely incorrect. It's so wrong. You have been, you know what you as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have not realized? You've been in an abusive relationship with all the other nations. All the other nations have been abusing you physically, destroying you mentally, destroying you from the foundation, all the way to where our women commit over 300,000 abortions a year. In 1 year, I mean, just to think about having $300,000. Come on, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? You give me $300,000. Oh my goodness.
Man.
It's on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It's on. I'm finna take over a whole lot of stuff. But what I'm bringing that to say is the way we destroy ourselves is not who we are. They're learned behaviors. It's things that we've been taught to think are okay. And also that's a demon on you, allowing you to stay that way, allowing you to accept those things. You should not accept failure. You should not accept weakness. It is not who you are. You are the special children of the Most High Power. You are the salt of the earth, are you not? You are the flavor. You are what makes this place run. So that's why the Bible says, when has the salt lost its savior? Meaning what? When is the salt lost? What is the salt, meaning us as the people, lost our ability to understand who we are? We need to have a king like mind state, a princess like mind state. We need to understand we are those people that will rule the earth. Not maybe. Not maybe. We are going to rule the earth. My lineage will be a part of ruling this earth. Lord allow. I pray for it. I stand on the Lord for it, because I want position and power. I want you brothers to be in power. I want you sisters. I want it to be a damn crime for you to step on the goddamn floor. How would that make you feel as women, sisters? You know what I mean? If like you the floor, nigga, I don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
That's how precious Black and Hispanic women should be. And that's how people should look at you. But we have been what? Controlled by our demons. We think that we're whores. We think that we're prostitutes. We think that we're pimps and all these different type of things. Why? What do you see on social media all day? The twerking. You know what I mean? A woman these days thinks just because she got a fat behind, she home. That's not your glory, sis. You know what I mean? Your glory is your humbleness. Your glory is your ability to raise children, to be a loving mother, to be a loving wife, to have respect and morals. What's so wrong with having a moral compass? Absolutely nothing. But we bleed into our society and allow it to be bled into us because demons flourish in America, do they not? They flourish in this place. You know what I mean? And like it said in Jude chapter 1, verse 7, you know what I mean? The Lord made Sodom and Gomorrah as an example of what's to come. There's going to be tragedy, man, that's going to come to this place if you don't learn to fight your demons. Drop where you were at. We were at 1 John, right? Yes, sir. I want you to go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. I brought it out earlier. We're going to get the actual precept.
Come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13.
Read.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
There have been no temptation that what?
Has taken you, but such as common to man.
Man, the only temptation that has ever taken you is what's common to man. The things that are easily persuade you. Go ahead.
But God is faithful.
But the what?
God is faithful.
But the Most High is faithful, though. Go ahead.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
Man, do y'all understand what was just said right now? There's the regular temptations that overtake a man, overtake a woman. But the Most High is what?
Will not suffer you.
Read up. But it says God, but the Most High is what?
Faithful.
He is what?
Faithful.
Man, what does it mean to be faithful? Go ahead.
Dedicated?
He is dedicated to his people, man. That's a good answer. He's dedicated to us, man. He has promised us. The Lord is faithful. Go ahead.
Who will not suffer you.
He will not suffer us, man. Go ahead.
To be tempted above that you are able.
So you're telling me, man, if I fear the Lord and I trust in him and know the Lord is on my side, and I know that he will not put me in a situation I'm not prepared for, what is there to fear then? Go ahead,
Absolutely nothing, sir.
Absolutely nothing. That is how you teach one another to fight demons. By understanding the essence of this book, understanding the real spirit behind how you must move day to day. Now, I'm not saying you ain't going to have some obstacles. Hell no. Life is warfare. But you should never in your mind think, I cannot overcome something. It's like, all right, everybody here learned how to ride a bike before, right? Before you knew how to ride a bike, how did you feel when you saw somebody riding and you first got on? You remember. I know I was like, damn, I'm afraid because I don't want to what?
Crash.
You don't want what?
Crash.
You don't want to fall over and you was thinking about hurting yourself and whatever the case may be. But what's what happened when you eventually got on it? You learned how to ride that bike. And what was that? Where did that fear go? It left. It got right behind you. That is the point. Your demons try to feed on your insecurities. It tries to feed on what you're afraid of. But if you can step aside of yourself, if you can step aside of not fearing anything but the Lord and put yourself in a situation, you'll be surprised of the shit you can overcome.
That's right.
You'll be surprised. You'll be looking back like, damn, I didn't even know I could do that. And then when you accomplish it, you know how you feel? You feel great. And you know what that builds?
Faith.
Not only faith, but the word I was looking for is, go ahead.
Courage,
but self-esteem. And self-esteem is one of the attributing factors to courage, because when you have confidence, you're able to overcome. You know what I mean? It takes confidence and courage and self-esteem to do certain things. You know what I mean? That's why people suffer from depression and low self-esteem, because low self-esteem is an attribute of depression, because they go hand in hand. When you have low self-esteem, you don't think highly of yourself, you're easily persuaded. You start to think down, you think less of you, and then you just start to get into these little, you put yourself in a box and you close yourself off. You want to say something now? Go ahead.
That's why we have to focus on the law, statutes, commandments, everything the Lord says, and put under us every wicked imagination, every off thought that tries to promote itself over the law, statutes, commandments, everything that God says. We have to focus on listening to what God has told us.
Man, absolutely. And better yet, what's today's class? Tuesday what? Well, we got to trust in one another. That's how you build self-esteem. There's also brotherhood, sisterhood, y'all understand? So this is a class where we build each other. Us building builds self-esteem. I tell you, brother, you're doing a fantastic job. Congratulations on becoming a new trooper, man. You working fucking hard, man. How does that make you feel as a man? Feel motherfucking good, don't you? But this is the cold part, right? Is it coming from a place where I'm just gassing you, or am I really proud of you? I'm really proud of you, because you're doing something, and guess what? You're doing something that I had to go through. You know what I mean? We've all had to put on all black, if you want to be in here anyways. We've all had to get in a dress, if you want to be in here. We've all had to put in the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you build each other up. That's how you become one. That's how you learn to fight your demons. You can't fight your demons at home by yourself. That's why we say you got a problem, pick up the phone. Right. You got an issue, talk to me. Call me. You know what I mean? This phone ring all damn day, every day. I got to put it on silent now just because I don't want this phone ringing while we at class. I mean, I think I answered the phone in class, right? Because this phone ring all goddamn day. And I'm willing, but I asked for these problems. You know what I mean? Because I love my people. And I love to see the things that the Lord has promised us we can have if we trust in one another. You know what I mean? Being brother in the world, I was selfish. And that's really what having demons and loving your demons and accepting them is, that selfishness. You can't be selfish. You have to be selfless in here. Anybody know what it means to have self-preservation? Anybody know what that means? Go ahead.
Are you checking yourself?
So, almost. You want to answer it? So self-preservation is considering yourself before others. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like being in a situation and, you know, you have more than one option of how to get out of it. But you say at the end of the day, you say you consider you before everybody else. You go, yeah, I can help, but I'd rather keep this for me. Even though this may help this person, I'd rather worry about myself. And here we can't have self-preservation. What's mine is yours. You know what I'm saying? Except my women. You know what I mean? But that's about it. You know what I mean? Everything else y'all can have. You know what I'm saying? But that was a joke, of course. You know? But ultimately, Akim, you know what I'm saying? I go out there and we have to learn how to, you know, we have to learn how to put our state of mind in a certain place, because you haven't been asked a tiny bit of certain things that certain people in the Bible had to go through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Read the book of Job, man. He went through some hell. I'm going to show you some hell. Go to Ezekiel chapter 24, start at verse 15. Ezekiel had to go through some hell too. You know what I mean? And this is why it's very important, as the Bible says. Well, I don't want to jump too far. Let's go here first.
Ezekiel chapter 24, verse
15.
Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 15. Also the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes.
Stop right here. Anybody know what's going on in this context? If you don't know, it's fine. So Ezekiel was who? He was a prophet of God. He was doing the work of the Lord, right? And he had a vision come to him about a tragedy that he was going to have to suffer through. We suffer a lot of different things in our life, don't we not? Every day we go through some things that are mentally straining, physically straining. And what it does is it makes you question your day-to-day or your next step. And I bring that out because what's happening here with Ezekiel, this is Ezekiel having to do the work. When you love something more than the Lord, that's a scary place to be.
Right.
That's a scary place to be because the Lord will take something from you if need be. And in this situation, Ezekiel had something taken from him, his wife in this situation. So read it again from the top of 15.
Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 15. Also the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes.
What is the desire of his eye? What does that mean? Go ahead. Something like something that he wanted. The desire of the eyes is, ooh, I want that. You know what I mean? Think about something that is yours. Like, you know what I mean? You love your wife. Like, ooh, I love that. Man, that's my woman. Like the desire. That's how I want you put it in a space of something that you really want and you have. And the Lord said, I'm going to take away the desire of the eyes. Think about how you have to think and be mentally. Go ahead.
With a stroke.
With the what?
With a stroke.
Man, he had to kill her with a stroke, man. Y'all all know what a stroke is, right? Go ahead.
Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep.
Man, neither how she what?
Neither thou Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep.
Listen, I'm going to take away the desire of thy eyes. And when I take away the desire of thy eyes, you cannot even cry about it, nigga.
Right.
You can't feel no type of way about it.
Man.
And you complaining about keeping the law. You complaining about a vaccine. You scared of some simple shit.
Yeah.
Man, the Lord took the desire of his eyes, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall thy tears run down.
Neither shall thy what?
Thy tears run down.
You can't mourn. You can't cry. You can't do anything but. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Forbear to cry. Make no mourning for the dead.
Man, listen. Forbear to cry. Curse that situation, man. You can't make no mourning of the dead. You can't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. Take it out of your mind. Go ahead.
Bend the tire of thine head upon thee.
It said a tire, right? Tire meaning what? A tire. So what do you got on your head right now? So that's what it means. He said, bend there. Read that one more time. I want you to understand what's being said here.
Verse 17. Forbear to cry. Make no mourning for the dead.
So not only are you not able to cry and mourn your wife that I gave a stroke, but I want you to bind a tire around thy head. Go ahead.
Bind the tire of thine head upon thee,
and
put on thine shoes upon thy feet.
Man, look, get your war scarf on, put your pants on with your fringes on.
Right.
Man, lace up your goddamn boots. Go ahead.
And cover not thy lips.
And cover what?
Not thy lips.
And go out and do the work of the Lord.
Right.
That's why it's very important for women to understand this. Listen, I know you want your husband at home, and I know you love him and you appreciate him, but you better not step in front of the work of the Lord. You better not. Appreciate the kind of man you got in front of you.
Right.
These stories are written for our learning.
Right.
And brother, you should be wise and create that distance between you and your wife to understand what comes first.
Right.
Because if you don't, the Lord will take something from you if you stop considering him. If you stop putting the Lord first, things can happen. You know what I mean? That's why you want to have a thin line between certain situations. You know what I mean? That's why, what is your first wife as a young man, trooper, or officer, whatever your rank is coming into the school as you be able to teach? What is your first wife? Go ahead.
Glasses, sir.
This truth. This is your first wife. And that's what you have to make evident. You know what I mean? He was in a situation. That's why I'm trying to make it clear. We deal with all kind of demons. We deal with all kind of things that we have to deal with and struggle through. You ain't been through nothing, man. You ain't gone through nothing hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Man, listen, and let me clear that up. We went through some hard situations. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people have had different walks of life. But a lot of people don't really get the hardness of certain situations you got to really endure. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Come, sir. And eat not the bread of men.
And eat not what?
The bread of men.
Not only were you supposed to not mourn, not cry, put on your attire, lace your boots up, go out there and speak. You know what I mean? Not only that, you got to fast. That's what it means not to eat bread of men, meaning you can't even eat. You need to fast. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Verse 18. So I spake unto the people in the morning.
So he got up and did what? He spoke up to the people. He said, look, I got to do what I got to do, man. Sometimes certain brothers, you're going to get put in a situation where you're going to have to do what you got to do for the Lord's sake. You're going to have to say, fuck it, man. I can't think about these things right now. I can't worry about these things because the time is short. And women that you deal with should understand that because you should be teaching them to understand it. You should be showing them how to serve you. Go ahead.
Verse 18. So I spake unto the people in the morning, and at the evening my wife died.
And at the evening what?
My wife died.
So remember, this was a prophecy that came to him first. This was something that was going to happen. So he had to think about all of this. Getting ready, putting his shoes on, getting his mitre on, getting out, getting ready to go speak. Couldn't even eat. He had to fast. And then when he got home, it all came true that's what happened to her. Go ahead.
Come, sir. And I did in the morning as I was commanded.
And he what?
And I did and I did in the morning as I was commanded.
And he did as he was commanded in the morning. Meaning what, man? He did what he was told, man. He did what he was told. I know that seems real rough. It seems real hard. But this is the God we serve.
That's right.
We serve a God that killed the entire earth and saved but how many people? Go ahead. 8 people. Think about that. He flooded the entire earth and saved but 8 people. That's nobody to fuck around with. That's no one to take very lightly. So it will behoove you to learn to fight. If anything mattered, learn to fight. When I mean fight, fight you. Because you are the problem. You are the issue, not the Most High. He's giving you the blueprint. He's giving you the way out. You just have to fight you and learn to accept it. Somebody was gonna say something? I don't know, sweat. Keep going. Keep reading. What verse are you at?
Verse 19, sir.
Keep reading.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 19. And the people said unto me, wilt thou not tell us what these things are to us, that thou doest so?
So now people wondering, man, what's going on, Ezekiel? You tell us what's going on. Go ahead.
Come. Then I answered them, the word of the Lord came unto me saying.
He was explaining to the brothers, like, look, man, the word of the Lord came on me saying, man, this was going to happen. Go ahead.
Speak unto the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will profane my sanctuary. The excellency of your strength, the desire of your eyes, and that which your soul pitieth. And your sons and your daughters whom ye have left shall fall by the sword.
Now he's telling them what's going to happen to them and what they have to prepare themselves for. You know what I mean? It's a hard job in regards to having to see your people die, having to swallow the pill of all the people that you love around you are going to pass away. You know what I mean? It's a hard pill to swallow. Do we not swallow it every day here?
That's right.
I think I lost a few family members this year. Some to gang violence, some to murder, some to just nobody to COVID-19. You know what I mean? But yeah, gang violence, murder, and it's unfortunate because in the back of my mind is, damn. That's, in the back of my mind goes, man, I wish I could have said a little bit more.
Right.
But it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me to say anything. It's what the Lord wanted. It is what it is. That's why it's very, very important that you take this seat that you're sitting in very, very seriously. You know what I mean? Go ahead, keep reading all the way into 24.
Verse 22. And ye shall do as I have done.
And he shall what?
Do as I have done.
What did Ezekiel do? He didn't mourn, he didn't cry, he didn't do anything. He just got to work. And this is the duty of some of us that understand this job. You know what I mean? We got to get to work, regardless of the pain and the things around you, because this place here, this wickedness is but a little bit of time. It's but a little bit of time. And because of that, we got to get to work as much as possible. You know what I mean? We got to work. We got to work like Tabawans. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That nigga work.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to work hard. You know what I mean? Take brothers like that as examples. Commander YAHANNA works. You know what I mean? Captain Gadolho works. Captain Mashak, Captain Dezaria, Captain Kataza, Captain Morokwa. No rank order, Shalakia, but they work. They get to fucking work. You know what I mean? Sisters getting here, they get to work. You know what I mean? That's what your mind state should be. Because there's a lot of things that are going to try to persuade you out of this house. You know what I mean? Don't lose the kingdom because you couldn't put away some weed. You couldn't fight the temptation of having sex with whores. You know what I mean? They sell whores on G Street, don't they? You know what I mean? Right down the street. If you have an affliction of that, then don't drive down G Street.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Very simple, right? People you like to smoke weed, people around you, you know what I'm saying, smoke weed, stop hanging out with them. Then guess what you'll stop doing? You'll stop smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like you have to afflict yourself. That's how you make change. You have to put yourself in painful situations. Weed is still delicious. Whores down the street still delicious. But are you willing to die over it? Are you willing to lose everything over it?
Right.
That's the point. You know what I mean? We have to fight ourselves. You know what I mean? And this is just a story where he was told, this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to put you through some pain. And I'm going to make you hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to harden you up. You know what I mean? What's that precept I want? It's in Timothy. Let me see real quick. I think I got it pulled up. Go to 2 Timothy 2 and 3. And if you read down in them furthermore on Ezekiel, he basically just tells them they need to do the same thing he did and endure hardness the same way in regards to the situation he had to go through. You read it when you got it.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness.
Endure what?
Hardness.
Man, thou therefore what? Endure hardness. Go ahead.
As a good soldier.
As a what?
As a good soldier.
Listen, man. We're living in a time right now where things are going to start shifting even more.
Right.
Donald Trump was a good little experience for us, right? It was a great experience according to how I view it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because more brothers came into the truth. The work of the Lord is getting bigger. But unfortunately, a lot of us are still loving this place and trying to get back to the filthiness. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord canceled a whole bunch of things this year. You know what I mean? He canceled a lot of birthdays, a lot of Christmases. Christmas was not Christmas this year. I mean, at least where I'm driving around, I didn't see as many lights as I usually would. Right. I didn't see as many what are those things they throw on the cars, like the little Rudolph noses and the antlers. Right. I seen one in this parking lot that pissed me off the other day when I walked in here. You know what I'm saying? I walked in here tripping. You know what I mean? But I didn't see as many of it, man. We didn't see, man, the Lord canceled Halloween, man. You couldn't go trick-or-treating. Social distancing. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to get you to understand is the next shift of things is coming. You think Donald Trump was you think Donald Trump was bad? You had to get him out. That's fine. Okay. The Lord gonna give you everything you asked for. Wait till Biden and Kamala Harris. Wait till you see some more death, some more drugs. Right. You know what I mean? Like this, I was having a conversation with one of my family members, right? He was saying the shift of how this, and I thought of, I didn't grow up as a kid in the 80s selling crack because I was born in the 80s. I was, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like you talk to older family members in the Ronald Reagan era, the Bill Clinton era, you know what I mean? it was a lot of money in the streets. It's a lot of money right now in the streets with all this scamming and all these like what is it? What's that? Everybody waiting on $2,000, right? Everybody waiting like it's a lot of money in the streets, and it's gonna be a lot more destruction that come with it too. So it's all right, you know what I mean? It's all right. Y'all want you as Black Hispanic people, y'all wanted, you know, Biden and Kamala. That's fine. The Lord gonna give it to you. Have them, but you gonna have to hold them deaths too. You're gonna have to hold your children being destroyed. You people don't even realize how destructive. Like this is how crafty the white man is, right? I think about places like, or we're in Southern California. I think about places like Rancho Cucamonga or Northern California. I think of places like Marin County, where it's very expensive places where white children flourish, families. They have good, you know, school systems. They have good books, education, technology, all of that, right? And this has been a transition for us as families where we have to do everything remotely at home. We have to be more hands-on and involved with our kids, right? Well, they've been doing that for the last 15 years. Like working remotely or having tablets and computers and learning how to do things, that's normal for them. For us, it's not normal. You know what I mean? Like you have to watch how things are just going, how things have been shown to you. Like they are out to destroy us, man. And this is going to, like, the school, this way that we're working remotely, it's going to affect our children so negatively in these test scores and their ability to learn and their social skills. It's going to affect us so bad you don't even understand. Like, but we asked for it. We asked for all of this. We asked for destruction. We asked for the murders. We asked for the death. Why? Because we don't follow what the Lord has told us to do. If you don't do what he told you to do, obviously you want everything bad. So that's what's happening now. And we have to, in our understanding, attack that spirit, attack that way of thinking, and tell brothers and sisters, you gotta change. You gotta be better. You gotta stand on what the Lord wants you to do. Brother, don't eat that pork. Don't destroy your inside. Don't smoke. Don't give yourself a chance to catch cancer. You know what I mean? Don't have sex with that brother's wife so you don't end up in a situation where that man kills you. You got to have this type of moral compass about the way you move day to day. And because you never know, you know what I mean? Well, I won't say it like that, but in you working like that, brother, you destroy this place. You destroy the principalities of this place. You destroy demons brothers are fighting. You know what I mean? I think a brother in here, told me we was teaching a class, and after class, he's like, I don't want to smoke cigarettes no more. After just listening to class. That's just because he's understanding the truth behind what's being said. It's not my words, it's the Bible. This is what I was taught. This is what I was coming to understand. This is what I implement. And the beautiful thing is we're examples of it, because the good things that happen to me in life, I want you to have them as well. But they only happen with brotherhood, us coming together and understanding why we implement these things. Where are we at? Yeah, read it from the top.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Mm-hmm. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier.
Man, endure hardness as a good soldier, man. Go through that pain, man. Take some pain. Endure hardness. Go ahead.
Of Yahawashi Hamashiach.
Of who?
Yahawashi Hamashiach.
Man, look, man. Endure hardness, man, and endure as a good soldier of the Most High in Christ, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
Man, go ahead.
That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a
what?
Be a soul.
A soldier.
Okay, it says soldier. My shlaki. It reads funny on this, sir.
No sweat. Somebody else pick it up so you can read it from the top. Y'all know where you at?
Verse 4?
No, verse 3. Or verse like you. Yeah, start at verse 3.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse...
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2,
verse 3. Con.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach.
Man, we got to endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. That goes for sisters too. You got to endure hardness too. You know what I mean? Your war is going to be a little different as a woman, vice versa as a man. But you have to endure hardness. You got to be okay with it right now. You have to be. Our life depends on it. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Man, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. When you're going to war, you're not going to war for the things of this place right now. You're going to war for the things to come. You're going to war for the outcome of warring. You know what I'm saying? With war comes what? Go ahead. Yes, but that's not the point. With going to war will eventually come what for us?
Victory.
Almost there. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? No sweat. We go to war so that we could have peace. With war comes peace for us. You know what I mean? That's why we don't entangle with the affairs of this life. Now you go and do the work of the Lord, you're doing this because Christ, you're doing this because you're saying our King Christ died so that we could have another chance. Because if not, then was not his death in vain? Death wouldn't mean anything if you won't go to war. You know what I mean? What was Christ promised? The kingdom of heaven. He was promised to be the king of niggas, man. And he died for his brothers, you know what I mean? So that, you know, we have another opportunity to be okay and safe and protected. Well, guess what? You know what I mean? To go to war and war in this place is not for the affairs of this place. But go ahead.
Okay. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Man, that he may what?
That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
That's another thing. You weren't chosen to be in this room. I hope you understand. So many niggas in San Bernardino. We in the hood. There's niggas everywhere, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's black Hispanics everywhere. It's just Native Americans all over here too. You know what I mean? But you niggas are sitting in the room. You sisters are sitting in the room. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The Lord chose you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So please him by doing what you're told. Please him by doing what was required of you so that we can build this house up. Right now, y'all don't understand. Every brother and sister is a brick in this house. So, they're a brick or trying to be a brick or a cornerstone. You know what I mean? Because only together will we survive. Only together will we have what we're looking for. You know what I mean? And that's the white man underneath my foot and yours too. Well, I can't wait. Y'all don't even understand. Don't even understand. The things I'm going to do are going to be legendary. It's absolute legendary. Drop that. It was like, is there any more on that?
No, that's on verse 5, sir.
You said that's it?
All
right, no sweat. Go ahead and give me Romans chapter 7 and start at verse 1. This is some, you know, some meat we're going to go into with Paul. And this is another way of fighting your demons to understand this meat we're going to go into. Read 7 and 1 when you got it.
The book of Romans chapter 7 verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man, as long as he liveth.
Stop right there. Anybody understand what's being said? Or want to take a shot at it? Go ahead,
Basically saying the law has basically possession of man so far, like as long as we live.
So when he says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Who is them that know the law? Go ahead.
Israelite, sir?
Yes, to an extent. You want to take a shot at it?
Those are in the truth?
Yes. No, actually, slack it. No, those that are in the world. Because what are they doing? They're what?
Breaking the law.
Read it again.
Come on. The book of Romans chapter 7 verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man, as long as he liveth.
And I speak to them that know the law, because were we keeping the law? No. You know what I mean? We weren't keeping the law. So I speak to them that say they know the law, because teaching them the law is how I'm going to fix them. And it's going to have dominion over what? Their life. Drop down to verse 9.
Oh, God. The book of Romans chapter 7 verse 9. For I was alive without the law once. But when... It's like it.
For I was what?
For I was alive without the law once.
Meaning what?
But when the commandment...
It's like it. Meaning what? For I was alive without with the law. Go ahead.
Meaning, basically, how you was wicked without the law.
Yeah, right. I was dead, right?
Right.
I was dead. Read it one more time.
Oh, God. The book of Romans chapter 7 verse 9. For I was alive without the law once. But when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died. Verse 10.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
Would that be like the definition of being like born again?
Absolutely. So read it one more time, so I want you to understand. If you don't understand it, let me know.
Oh, God.
This is meat. This is not milk. I'm just going to let you know right now.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, please.
The book of Romans chapter 7 verse 9. For I was alive without the law once.
For I was alive without the law once. Meaning, man, I was alive. I was dead before, man. You know what I mean? I was walking dead out here, man. Go ahead.
Oh, God. But when the commandment came, sin revived. And I died.
And when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Verse 10. And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death.
So basically, man, he's just giving examples of how I'm living, but I'm actually dead. And the commandments is what brings me to life. I'm going to hit certain points. Go drop down to 14. I want to get to the core of it. You know what I mean? Because we could be here all day breaking this down.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal.
So y'all know who's speaking, right? Paul's speaking. So this is Paul in his mind. As far as I want y'all to think about you as a person thinking how he's saying this. Read this one more time, top of 14.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal.
Man, for we know the law is spiritual, but I am what?
Carnal.
What is he saying? Go ahead.
I'm in the flesh.
I'm in the flesh, man. Look, we know the law is spiritual, but nigga, I'm in the flesh right now, man. That bitch look good.
Right.
That food look good. I don't care what you talking about. You know what I mean? Like, think about how he's saying this. Now, Paul, this is a man, like a lot of people don't realize, these prophets went through things you went through too. They are us. They wake up in pain. This is him being in pain. Like, man, look, man, I know the law is spiritual, but I'm carnal. Like, I'm fleshly. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Sold under sin.
Sold under sin. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Verse 15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I.
Stop right there. What is that saying? That's a little, I know it's a little confusing. We'll break it down line from line. If somebody want to take a shot at it, let me know. Go ahead.
Is he saying like?
Break it down line for line. I want you to read it out and break it down.
So he's saying, for that which I do, I allow not.
For that what? So for that I want. That when you see that word, which, put want there. For that I want, I do I allow not. So for what I want to do, I don't do. That's what he's saying there. Make sense? Oh, yeah, go ahead. I don't want.
It's the same. It's like it. So it's like, I ain't got it.
Nah, no worries. No worries, that.
Like
no sweat. No sweat.
Like,
no sweat. Go ahead. You want?
do something like it's.
If you remember,
don't do what make you feel good or something like that.
Yeah, no sweat. Well, you want to make a point, Sawat?
Or I just hit on the verse.
Huh?
And I just want to hit on the verse.
Oh, were you reading?
No.
Do you want to say something about it? Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, he said that what he's supposed to, he don't do, and what he don't want to do, he does.
That's what. You're going into it. So when he says, remember, this is old Quaker English, so sometimes it may seem a little hard to understand. But what he's saying here from the first line, reading from 15, we're actually starting from 14, and I'm gonna start breaking it down from there, line from line.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
For we know the law is spiritual. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But I am carnal.
Man, listen, we know the law is spiritual, but I'm carnal. I'm flesh, man. I'm flesh and bone. I'm here. I'm terrestrial. Go ahead.
Sold under sin.
Under sin in this place. I'm carnal in a place full of sin. I know the law is spiritual and the law teaches us to do certain things, but look, man, I'm flesh and this place is full of sin. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For that which I do, I allow not.
For that which I want, I allow not. Meaning for that what I want to do, I don't do. Go ahead.
For what I would, that do I not.
For what I would want to do, I don't do that either. Go ahead.
But what I hate.
But what I what?
But what I hate.
What I hate, man. I gotta get up and do the Sabbath service, man. I gotta get on this corner, man, and teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around. Y'all have y'all had the pleasure of being at camp in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard? Man, you should have your glasses on at all times with the things walking up and down that street. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I'm saying that to say, like, man, there's things you would want to do, all the things you see, but I don't do that. You know what I mean? I want to do this, but I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to, go about things like that, but I don't do. But the things that I what?
That do, Salakia.
But what I?
For what I would, that do I not.
Mm-hmm.
But what I hate, that do I.
Man, but what I don't want to do, I do. He's basically saying the things that I want to do, I don't do. And the things I want, I don't do. But the thing that I hate, I do it. That's sacrificing. That's enduring as a good soldier. Go ahead.
So I was just going to say, and he hates it because he's carnal. He just said it.
Because he's what?
Because he's carnal.
That's the point. Although the law is spiritual, I'm carnal. I'm carnal. You're carnal. We understand that. So anything that you do, like you stop smoking, man, the Most High, give Most High the glory for that.
Right.
You don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster anymore. That's not because you don't want to do it. It's because the Lord gave you the opportunity. The Lord did that. You understand now? Is that making sense? We do brother, I used to love seafood in the world. I used to love eating it. Grew up I got family members from the South, Louisiana. You know what I mean? We had Fish Friday every Friday, dog. Man. Like them niggas, that's what it was. And we had, come on, everybody in this room probably had gumbo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this room. I know they got some lawful gumbo now because my mind is in the right place. But when I was in the world, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep 100. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, but what I'm saying though is, he's saying the things that I want to do, I don't do them. What I want to take unto me, I don't do that either. But nigga, the thing I hate, I do that shit all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's not you doing it, because I'm carnal. The Most High is the reason why I did it. That's why we give all the praises and the glory to the Most High. Most High deserves everything. Why? Because he's the reason why you were in this situation. So that's why it's so important to put nothing in front of it. That's why, that's why I brought up the example of Ezekiel. You know what I mean? He put his wife in that situation because he wanted to test him and have him endure hardness and understand, listen, I will take something from you and you still going to serve me. Right. So you might as well just serve the nigga and just keep it good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might as well just say, you know what? Don't play that thin line. Just give the proper space for things. Listen, you know what today is. You look, no matter how much you want to touch a woman that night. Listen, you got camp in the morning. Yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing until I get back, because I can't go to camp unclean. I can't teach the word of God and have been unclean. And trust me, as you become y'all want to be officers one day, right? Listen, that's a sacrifice that you just gonna have to endure. You know what I mean? If your woman, because you got women, sometimes she get urges, blase. You know what I mean? She'll be like, but babe, you have to listen. Go sit your ass down. Get away from me. Get away from me right now. You sleep in the matter of fact, your ass sleeping on the couch now. You sleeping on the couch. This bed is mine tonight. You know what I'm saying? And wake me up in the morning. You know what I mean? But you're gonna have to go through things. Yeah, I want to have sex with my woman, but I got work to do in the morning. I gotta go get this work done. My brothers depend on me. My family that don't even know that they're my family, that might see me walking at camp or may see me coming to class today, they're depending on me. My mindset always used to be this, especially coming up in the truth as a young brother, because like I said, we've all been there, especially teaching, right? I used to think, and I still think this way, that if I don't make it to class on time, there's going to be that one chance that one brother finally mustered up the courage, or that sister finally mustered up the courage to come sit down in class, and I wasn't there. And I think about that. That pains me. That's the pain I have to deal with as I think about serving the Lord. So it makes me get to class. Like, my slave is jacked up right now, but I was off today. So what am I doing today? Because this is my job. I have no, like, my mind is, nigga, sit in the house and do nothing. Get your ass to class, nigga. You know what I mean? But these are the sacrifices. So read it one more time from 15. So it makes a little bit more sense.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 15. For that which I do, I allow not.
For that which I want to do, I allow not. Go ahead.
For what I would, that do I not.
For what I would go and do, I don't do that either. Go ahead.
But what I hate.
But what I hate.
That do I.
Man, that do I. Make sense now? You understand why this is meat, right? You know what I mean? No sweat. Let's keep reading.
Verse 16, sir?
Yeah, keep reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would not.
If then I do which I would not. If I then do what I would not do. Go ahead.
I consent unto the law that it is good.
Man, listen. Does anybody understand what that's being said? Go ahead. I'll take a shot at it.
It's pretty much saying because he's carnal, if he doesn't do what he wants to do, then he'll be rewarded in a how can I say, a righteous way.
No sweat. Let's read it one more time. Verse 16.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would not.
Stop right there. So, you know what I mean? We'll read the last section of 15 before you go into 16.
Oh God. For what?
But what I.
It's like you. Okay, calm. But what I hate, that do I.
So what I hate, but I do that. Go ahead.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would not.
So now, but if I was to do what I would not do, go ahead.
I consent unto the law that is good.
Do you make sense now? Okay, no sweat. Go ahead. I now break it down.
Okay, so because he's carnal again.
Most High in Christ. Get his brother a hand. Listen, that's the point, right? You have to understand the spirit of where it's at. He's telling you, man, we're carnal in this place. We're lustful in this place. Carnality is how we live in our mind. We want to do certain things, but the law is spiritual. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean, I hope that didn't jam you up.
So like this. No, you're good. Because he's carnal, he's doing what he doesn't want to do, is following the law.
Exactly. Because if he didn't follow the law, he consents that the law is what then? It's good.
God.
Because what happens if you're proving there's a purpose, you're proving that the law, there's a purpose for the law. You know what I mean? Because in the kingdom of heaven, I'll give you an example to kind of help understand it. When we are truly in the kingdom of heaven, right? Are we going to be really focusing on keeping the law? Does anybody know? Go ahead. Somebody take a shot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Are we gonna? So we're gonna be focusing on keeping the law.
Well, keep the law now. It'll come natural. So
it'll what?
It'll come natural.
So are we gonna be focusing on keeping the law? If you do something, do you think about breathing?
Oh, okay.
You just do it, right?
Right.
That's the point. Right now, we're in a place where we have to learn how to keep the law. So when you break the law, then you consent that the law is good because the law is showing you why you deserve the judgment that you get. But in the kingdom of heaven, keeping the law is going to be as breathing. You know why? Because the house of Karam Mashak is going to do what?
Keep the law.
And your son's son is going to do what?
Keep the law.
So his son will do the what?
Keep the law.
And they'll be raised to know all the Passovers, all the Purim, all the feasts, everything, right? So it will be as how this world celebrates its Christmas. The spirit of everyone in the world, as far as the Western civilization, they think Christmas, they know December 25th.
Right.
They know Christmas Eve. It's a normal for them, is it not?
Okay.
Well, as normal as that is for this place that's wicked, will be as normal as it is to keep the law. So therefore, read it one more time from the end of 15, and then we go into 16. Sometimes remember when you're reading certain things, right? If you don't understand it, go up one or two. Because sometimes if you hit the point, you go into the next thing, it starts to flow, and you'll start to catch it. Go ahead.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But what I hate, that do I.
But what I hate, that do I. We understand what I want to do, I don't do. But what I hate, I do. Go ahead.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would not.
But then if I go and do what I would not do.
I consent unto the law.
I consent unto the law that it's what?
That it is good.
I consent that the law is good, man. Because I consent that now the law is good because of the judgment that comes with it, breaking the law. You know what I mean? Go ahead, continue.
Verse 17. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
But what?
But sin that dwelleth in me.
So now then, it is no more I that do it, but what?
But sin that dwelleth in me.
So what is it saying in the first point? Go ahead.
The first point is that he's doing something that he doesn't want to do.
And it's not him that's doing it. But it's what?
It's the sin that dwells in him.
It's the sin that wants me to do it. It's not me. You had a point? You don't understand?
I was just gonna say it's a demon. That's on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely that's the gist of everything. You're fighting demons constantly every single day. Every single day. But the thing is you can't listen to them. That's the point. You're going to deal with demons. Some of your demons may be louder than the other. Some of them may go away for a time. You know what I mean? You may think that you killed it, and it picks right back up. But you should never listen. You should always trust in what the Lord stated. Because when the Lord said earlier, I think you were in the class, we was reading, you know what I mean? The Lord will be with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't fear, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have fear. And if he's with you, then there should be no problem to do the right thing. We have this problem of thinking that we can't do the right thing. You know what I mean? And we got to kill that. You know what I'm saying? Read that one more time from the top.
Sir. The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, it is no more I hate that do it. So like,
read it one more time. No sweat. I know it's a little tongue twister. Go ahead.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 17. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh,
Mm-hmm.
dwelleth no good thing.
Therefore, because now y'all getting there, you understanding it now?
Come on.
Tell me if you're missing it. So what are you missing? What are you missing?
Basically, the 18.
Read it again.
Come on. The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh.
So, for I know that thing in me is my flesh, is my carnality. Go ahead.
Come on. Dwelleth no good thing.
For I know, look, man, the things I want to do and think is no good in me. There's no good in me. That is my flesh, the carnality, the carnal part of me. Is that making sense? Go ahead.
Oh, for to will is present.
But to what? For to what?
For to will is present with me.
For to will is present with me.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
For to will is present with me.
For to will is present with me. For the want is present with me. Meaning what? Read it one more time from the top and I'll break it down so you have it clear.
Come on. The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 18.
Or actually read it all the way through and then we're going to go right back to it.
Verse 18?
Yeah. From this verse right here, just read the whole verse and then I'm going to have some questions for you because I want to make sure y'all get it.
For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me.
Mm-hmm.
But how to perform that which is good, I find not.
So listen, does anybody understand what this is saying? Go ahead.
He said the will to follow after the flesh, to do the sinful thing is that is with him, but to go against that is not.
Almost you're on it. I'm gonna read it one more time. I'm gonna break it down, right? This, like I said, listen, don't feel no type of way about yourself right now. This is definitely me. This is good things to understand. Romans is heavy as far as Paul's writing is heavy, but you and the UPK, we're gonna break this shit down. Go ahead.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
So look, man, let me just make it plain, man. For I know, man, in me, think about you saying this. Think about saying, man, look, man, for I know, man, in my flesh, man, ain't nothing good in me, man. Ain't shit good in me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For to will it present with me.
For to will is present with me. So, man, I know there's nothing good in me, man. And the will, what is the will?
The will is like the power to press forward to overcome.
To have that's willpower. But will, like when you will something to somebody, you give something to somebody. But not only that, go ahead. You wanted to make a point?
Sir.
So when you think about it as will, like it's the want, like I will, like it's something that you desire, you want, like if I have a will, I give it to them. I want to do this. I want to, you know what I mean? Read it one more time. From that point. So we understand for where it says, for I know that in me, that is my flesh, dwelleth no good thing, for to will is present with me. For because the want is present in me. I want to, there's nothing good in me. I want to do these things, is what is being said. Go ahead.
For to will is present with me.
Mm-hmm.
But how to perform that which is good.
But how to perform which is good. Go ahead.
I find not.
The will in me to want to do all my fleshly desires is in me. But to perform the good is what?
No.
Does that make sense now? That's what's being said. It's in me to do fleshly things. It's in me to follow my demons. It's in me to do the things that I want to do. But man, when I go look and perform them good things, man, that shit is not in me.
Right.
Case in point, the things I do want to do, I don't do. But the things that I hate, I do.
Right.
Is it starting to come together now? Are we piecing there? Y'all confused? Y'all good to go? You sure? All right, no sweat. You can speak up if you hear me. Let me know. But all he's saying is, look, man, in me is all this flesh, man, fleshly desires, man. All I want to do is this. It's easy for me to do, follow my carnality and my flesh. But when I look to do good things, that's not in me. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 19. For the good that I would, I do not.
For the good that I would, I do not. For the good that I would, I do not, man. Go ahead.
Oh God. But the evil which I would not, that I do.
Read it one more time. I know that's confusing.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
But the evil which I would not, that I do.
For we're at verse 20, right? Or is that 19 and 20?
Sir.
So for the good that I would, I do not. You know what I mean? For the good that I would, I do not. Does anyone understand? Go ahead.
Okay, so basically saying that he wants to do good, but he just won't, or he can't.
Why?
Because he's the flesh. Like
there you go.
flesh,
that's it. It's basically saying, man, you're at a war with your flesh.
Right.
You're at a war with yourself. He's saying, this is Paul telling you. I'm at, like, now imagine the great things Paul did. Paul built 7 churches. He, followed behind Christ, man. He did some work, and think now this is the shit he going through in his mind.
Right.
He like, damn, man, look, I want to do good, but shit, it just ain't in me to do good. Man, look, I want to do that, but I don't do that. I want to do this too, but I don't do that either. This shit I hate to do, but I do that shit. That making sense? You know what I mean? It's just kind of how he's just explaining the different ways he views things in his struggle, you know what I mean, to fight himself. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
And I find in a law that when I do good, evil is present with me. And even when I do good, man, I still have to fight my flesh because evil is all around me. Go ahead.
So like I was gonna say, Paul's like a modern day crackhead, right?
Crackhead?
Yeah, like
why would you say that?
Because
you gotta break that one down. So like you.
When you see crackheads, it's like zombie mode. Like
like
they have to go feed that desire to go get that crack. Like
well, I wouldn't say it in that context. I wouldn't say it in context, but you mean as far as the desire. Yeah, he has a desire to want to do something, but he just will not get away from it. And that's a beautiful thing to have, though, in that sense, because his mission was, look, man, although I want to do all the things that y'all do, I can't do it. I'm going to do what the Lord told me to do. Even though I don't like doing this, I still do it. You know what I mean? And he's telling you, go ahead, you got a point now?
Like that piece of says, the hearts of men, that's the wicked, that's kind of like what we all go through, right? And battling those, he's battling his demons, even though
that's exactly what's going on here. He's telling you, I battle demons too. Go ahead.
So like, I didn't mean it like in a.
No, I know what you meant. No.
Because I smoked weed before.
No. I
know that desire to.
Of course, listen. We all used to get down. I understand what you meant. No, I'm not saying that you meant it in a disrespectful way. I just said I wouldn't have said it like that. Yeah, I would have used better words or better analogy. But I understand what you're saying. Like, he has a desire to want to do one thing, but he just does not do it because he has work to do. The Lord matters. He understands what he's going through is the fighting of his flesh. He's carnal. He understands. He wakes up like we wake up every morning. You know what I'm saying? He gets hungry like we get hungry. He has desires that he wants to fulfill, but he puts himself to the side and puts the Lord first, is what's being said. You know what I mean? He's giving you different ways of viewing it as he's breaking it down. That's why it seems a little hard. That's why you tell me, man, I want to do this. I don't do that, man. I would even like to do that, but I don't do that. But this shit right here, man, I hate doing that, but shit, I do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just kind of how he's getting at it. Go ahead. You had a point to.
Enduring hardship as a good soldier.
Man, we just read it, right?
Man,
that's the point. You got to endure hardship as a good soldier. You got to learn to fight your demons. You got to learn to do it, man, because it's the way. It's how it's smoothing out your armor. It's how you perfect yourself. It's how you make sure you change completely. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have imperfections coming in this house. You understand that, right? Like, think about this. It's over 600 plus laws in the Bible, right? And you're going to keep those laws. And in keeping those laws, right, that's the bare minimum. Think about that. That's the minimum. You know what I mean? So that's why it's very hard to get into the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? As far as it's not a lot, not everybody's going to take on to what you're saying. That's why you get the stares and you get you're odd or you're different, or why do you think like that, or why do you put up with that? It's because you take yourself and you put you to the side and you consider the Lord. You know what I mean? And guess what? Your carnality of you battle yourself. Oh, I want to do this. You know what I mean? I want to have fun. I like doing that, but I don't do that. I want to be with y'all over there doing that too, but I don't do that. That's what he's trying to get y'all to understand, that he battles too. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to look at, right? Because Paul was in charge at this time too, right?
Yes, sir.
So that shows you even from the top of us are at war. You know what I mean? Nobody is exempt. We all go to war every single day. And that's why it's important to understand the spirit of this, because as you proceed, you're going to realize, like, you're going to find yourself in situations where you go, damn, I really want to do that, but it's not wise to do that. So I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? I really want to go hang out with them, but, I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Oh, brother's going to camp. And we've been in camp every weekend for the last 6 months. I ain't been able to do nothing. I've been seeing all my Snapchats and all my Instagram, everybody out having fun, they partying, they doing all this crazy stuff. And I just been doing the work of the Lord, man. You know what I mean? It can be exhausting mentally. It can be absolutely exhausting. Or sisters, just, I'm doing this, I'm helping doing this event, helping sew this, helping do that. And you can feel like it's not rewarding you. You know what I mean? You could feel like it's not giving you immediate satisfaction. Remember, we're not doing this for immediate satisfaction. We're doing this for the future. You know what I mean? We're doing this so that at one time in your next life, unless Christ return tomorrow, you know what I mean, you're going to wake up in the kingdom of heaven. And then you're going to know. And that shit was worth everything. Because you're going to be in a position where other people are not. Like, imagine thinking all the people having all this fun now, and then they got to work while you live it up. Come on, man. You better get perspective. You know what I mean? There's nothing this place has for me that I want.
Right.
Except y'all. Y'all all I want. That's it. I only want the U.P.K. That's it. It's my first wife. It's the only one that matters. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but it's my first wife. And that's how you have to think when you move. As a brother, as a sister, your loyalty has to be to one another. Keep reading. Where we at? Verse 20 what?
We did verse 21. We're on verse 22, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 22. For I delight in the law.
It's like, hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. What the fuck just happened? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just, what the fuck am I seeing right now? Oh, shit. All right, no sweat. All right, go ahead and read that. Keep reading.
Oh, God. Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man. Verse 23. But I see another law in my members.
But I what?
But I see another law in my members.
But I see another law in my members. So this is a precept talking about, man, you go to war with yourself. You go to war with your members. You know what I mean? With your body. You go to war with yourself. You know what I mean? Read it one more time from the 20. Go back to 21 and read it down.
Come on. The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
Mm-hmm.
For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
Mm-hmm. Anybody understand? Everybody understand where we at thus far, or we need something broken down? Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
Mm-hmm.
But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind.
Of my what?
Of my mind.
Uh-huh.
And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Making sense? Listen, man, you at war with your body, with your mind. You at war with yourself, man. You are absolutely at war. You are in war with your members. You know what I mean? And that's the place. That's this place. And in being in war, you know what I'm saying? Demons are trying to keep you captive, trying to keep you not flourishing. But you have to understand, regardless of that, like verse 22 said above, you have to delight in the law of the Most High. You just have to know that this is the way to go about things. You got to love it more. You have to appreciate it more. And it's like anything, like I gave that example, riding a bike or what's some other things, like jumping into a pool, swimming the first time. Everybody had fear getting in the pool. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. Some people are just maniacs. But I knew that you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it 100. Man, look, I don't think when did I learn how to swim? I think I learned how to swim until I was like 13. I ain't even gonna front. I just knew I could touch the bottom, jump right back up. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I did it to a manner where I was close enough so that I could touch the wall back and get right back. You know what I mean? Right. And then eventually I figured it out. And I mean, and it was what it was. But well, I ain't gonna say it like that. My cousins, you know, that's another time, another story for another time. You know what I mean? You know, I got that get your ass in the water treatment. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this is a good breakdown in regards to a good chapter to read. You know what I mean? To go over. Let's go into some other precepts here. Go to Jeremiah chapter 2 and start at verse 12. You know what I mean? And in fighting yourself, you know what I mean? This is the reason why you fight yourself. You're preparing yourself for the Lord. You're preparing yourself for the Most High and our King Christ, man. What are we preparing for? You know what I'm saying? We're preparing to show that we're worthy of what was promised to us. And that's why it's so important to fight your demons. Go ahead and read Jeremiah 2 and 12.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Be astonished.
Be what?
Be astonished.
Be astonished. Go ahead.
O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. Verse 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, and fountain of living waters.
Stop right there. Read one more. Go back to the top. I want to just read it and then we'll break it down. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
12.
Verse 12. Be astonished.
Actually, jump up to verse 11, Salakia.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which do it, not profit.
Stop right there. Man, listen. Have nations changed their gods, which are yet no gods? You know what I mean? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit, man. We changed our way of thinking, our way of living for something that is not profitable. We gave up the power. We gave up thinking that the Most High was the way to go for crack, for fame, for cars, for money, for monetary things. We gave it all up. and it profited us nothing. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Be astonished.
Be what?
Be astonished.
You should be astonished by this. You know what it means to be astonished? Go ahead,
Be amazed.
Man, you should be amazed at this, man. Like, this is that's like you should, and not a good amazed.
No.
You should be astonished, like, God, how could we do such a thing? Go ahead.
O ye heavens.
Oh, ye what?
O ye heavens.
Oh, ye heavens. Go ahead.
At this, and be horribly afraid.
Man, be astonished and be horribly afraid, man. Go ahead.
Be ye very desolate.
That we be very desolate in this place, man. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
For my people have committed two evils.
For my people have committed two evils, man. Go ahead.
They have forsaken me.
They have what?
They have forsaken me.
Man, we have forsaken the Most High, man. And this is so important to understand as you transition the spirit behind how you should feel about things. You should be astonished to think that we praise eating pork and, you know, barbecuing and what other kind of garbage what do we love to do in this place? We love to gangbang. We love being at the strip club and being strippers and what else? Actors, all kind of crazy things that don't profit us nothing. Go ahead, Sawap. You want to say something now?
No, you did it already.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. You want to say something too?
So like I was just gonna say, we love to feed the flesh, period.
Man, we love to feed the flesh, man. And what is that? We profited nothing by doing this. Man, you should be astonished and amazed and afraid of these things, man. Go ahead.
The fountain of living waters.
And look, and we did two great evils against the Most High, man. Not only did we forsake him, man, but we just disregarded the fountain of living water. Y'all understand what that means, right? The fountain of living water? The truth, this understanding, what allows you to live, this work, this word. We disgraced it. We forsaked it. Go ahead. No swear, y'all. Tawab.
And hewed them out cisterns.
Oh, you reading that's why I got you.
And hewed them out cisterns.
Okay. You know, anybody know what a cistern is? It's a vessel where you hold things in, like hold water in.
Oh, like a base or
yeah, yeah, cistern, yeah.
Okay.
So listen to how it's being broken down. Read it again from the top of 13. Or 12. Read it one more from the top of 12. Salaki.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. For my people have committed two evils.
Mm-hmm.
They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out.
Stop. And hewed them out and threw them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord gave you, it's a metaphor for the Lord put you in position, gave you all this, and you just threw it to the side. Didn't even care. And then replaced it with, go ahead.
Broken cisterns that can hold no water.
That can what?
That can hold no water.
Man, y'all threw the Lord to the side and then took on these vessels that could not hold any water. Come on, man. And we have to really get back to the basics of who we are and what we should do. And we should be amazed in a bad way about how we're being. We should be upset about how we're desolate in this place for the decisions that we've made. You had a point?
Salaki, just a question.
Please.
That when it says broken cisterns that can hold no water, is that talking about basically taking on the heathen's ways?
Mm-hmm. Taking on, so a cistern is a vessel that can hold water.
Right. And
we threw that away, which was the Lord, a good, valuable thing,
right,
and replaced it with something that's broken. It's like how would I say?
Like that, for instance.
Yes. Oh, I don't want to say that. I want to give a better example, but I know you were going with it. It's like I gave you it's like, okay, I gave you a brand new house, top to bottom, beautiful, immaculate wood grain floors and marble countertops and high vaulted ceilings, right? Just something beautiful to look at. And then you took this house that was burnt down, you know what I'm saying, and said that's what I'm rolling with. Make sense? It's like you had something in such so much glory that was gonna give you everything, and you threw that to the side, and then you went with that shit. Like, think about now why you should be so astonished and amazed now. You should be so amazed, like that's like me saying, look, like I'm gonna give you $1 million, and I'm gonna give you $1 million and give you the choice between 500. And you watch this brother go, man, let me get that 500. You look at that nigga like, the hell is wrong with it? You know what I mean? You're gonna be out, you're gonna be astonished by that act. Right. You know what I mean? Well, we should be astonished by, in the Lord, we committed 2 great evils against the Lord, man. Not only did we forsake him, but we chose someone else over him. Right. And remember, he's the creator of all. You chose a creation over the creator. Come on, man. You better wake the fuck up. That's right. And that's why it keeps going into, keep reading.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel what?
Is Israel a servant?
Now that's why he like, man, look, you didn't look at all this that I was giving you, forsake me, chose these. Like, man, is Israel a servant? Go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave?
If he a what?
Is he a homeborn slave?
You understand why this is being asked now? By the choices we made. Like, nigga, are you a servant? Nigga, like, you homeborn slave? Like, what are you doing? Right. Go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
Why is he what?
Why is he spoiled?
That's what our problem is. We're spoiled. Right. Not in a good way. I mean, we're spoiled, meaning we've been just overused. We're just disgusting. You know what I mean? We're spoiled. It's ridiculous. Like, that we have made the choices that we've made, you know what I'm saying, when we were given the opportunity of everything. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense why we would do that. If it was any other nation outside of Israel, they would have never done this. Right. You think the Chinese would have, if the Chinese knew they would have chosen people of God, do you think they would have forsake the Lord? Hell no. They would be telling you, get your black ass in a goddamn field and pick my whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? They would have been on it. The Arabs too. The white man already show you what time it is. He don't care. Any other nation, man, any other nation would have never done what we did. You know what I mean? That's why it's being questioned. Jeremiah the prophet questioning, like, with all that we did, like, nigga, like, how could we? Like, are we a servant? We a homeborn slave? Like, come on, man. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 15.
Oh, actually, that's the end on that. Salaki, read 14 one more time from the top.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled, man? Listen, we understand now. Clear, right? And that's why I'm saying we have to fight our demons. We have to fight ourselves. We have to change our thought process. We have to be better because we were always expected to be better. That's right. We were the chosen of all the nations among the earth, man. We have to prepare ourselves for our King. Get me Revelation chapter 19, verse 7. And it'll be my last precept.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife hath made herself ready.
Who is his wife?
That would be us. Man.
That's us. This is a future prophecy. Listen, we have to prepare ourselves. That's why we must fight our demons. That's why we must battle our flesh. That's why we should get away from carnality, because we have to make ourselves ready for the Lamb. Who is that Lamb? Christ, our King, the ultimate sacrifice. We have to make ourselves ready for him. You know what I mean? In his return. You know what I mean? And the only way to do that is to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Sacrifice. Do what you don't want to do, even though you want to do something else. Period. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the class.